Hello guys, welcome back to Sweeviver. My name is Martin. You probably remember me, right? It was a while ago I did a video on my channel. Well, guess what? I'm here at CES 2020. We are here with Pimax. We have a huge booth and we have a lot to show here. You have probably seen some of the MRTV videos and streams already from CES yesterday. These are great. I really recommend you to check them out. Now, I'm here with Pimax. As you probably know, I'm the European Marketing Director of Pimax, so I'm working for them. Yes, that's a disclaimer. So I'm both a YouTuber and a Pimax employee. Remember that. Anyway, today I'm going to show you the booth of Pimax. We have a huge booth this year. It's around 55 square meters, I think. We have 6 or 7 stations with different headsets, different games and experiences. And we have plenty of people coming in here. Right now it's a little bit calm here, that's perfect, so we can actually record a little bit. Like 5 minutes ago it was just so crowded over here, it was crazy. So I'm going to first show you around a little bit how it looks here, and also then we're going to ask some people about their impressions, what they think about the 8KX, the 8K Plus, the Pimax Artisan and Pimax 5K Super. I have not told you this, but we have a new version of the, well, 2 actually new Pimax headsets, except for the 8KX and 8K Plus. We also have the Artisan, which is entry-level VR headset. It's going to cost $449. Yeah, I'm going to give you the specs later. I'm going to talk more about it later. The second one is the Pimax 5K Super, which runs in up to 180 Hertz. Yes, you heard it right, 180 Hertz. 160 Hertz in the normal field of view and 180 Hertz in a small field of view, which is still larger than the index field of view actually. Anyway, let's come over here. This is the first booth. We are running 2 8KX headsets over here, both with very powerful computers. The computers are powered by 2080 Ti and the RTX 2080. And the RTX 2080. One is Ti, one is non-Ti. So, one of these, hey, hi there. How are you doing?
Good, good. How are you?
I'm doing great.
I want to meet you in person.
Oh, thank you so much.
Hi.
So yes, have you tried
I have the 5K Plus. So I have the 5K Plus that I use at home.
Oh, great.
But I just tried it for the first time now.
So you tried the 8KX, right? And what do you feel about it?
It's just fantastic. It's probably, in its own class for sure right now. There isn't any other headset that has, all the features that Pimax has. So.
Did you see any screen door effect on the panels?
No, not really. I was only in there for maybe a minute, but it was very easy to read the dials on the dash and everything. So yeah, it was awesome.
So you were trying the Pimax 8KX with the Aerofly FS2 flight simulator, right? Did you see any distortion on the sides, maybe, and the peripheral vision?
Not that I noticed. It looked pretty solid to me. Yeah.
I'm gonna get back to you later if you're still sticking around here. I'm gonna take a round tour here from my from my channel. So yeah, say hi to.
How you doing, everyone?
Right. Thank you so much.
Okay, no problem, Martin. Thanks.
See you later. So anyway, we are here in the first station with 2 Pimax 8KX. One is running the Aerofly FS2 flight simulator. It's running in constant, smooth 75 Hertz, which is the maximum in the native mode of the 8KX. The 8KX is running in 4K on each eye. It's native 4K resolution, so there's no upscaling, no downscaling, nothing there. It's just a straight out 4K signal per eye. We're running this on the 2080, not overclocked actually, and it runs super smooth with a normal field of view, actually also with a large field of view if you lower down the super sampling just a little bit. It's on 100% right now. People are super excited about this because this headset is basically made for simulators. Not only, but it's really like the huge things for simulators, I think. So yeah, more about the specs. I'm going to go through all the stations later, like more in deep. But now let's just have a little bit overlook just. The second station is running Boneworks on a 2080 Ti. It's a really powerful PC actually. By the way, those pieces are from classified computers which is one of our partners. Really custom. Sorry, I got interrupted. I have VR gamer dude, Don, the YouTuber over here. Come on, join me.
Live streaming inside of a live stream. It's Streamception. We got Streamception 2020 from CES. How's it going, man?
Well, I'm not actually streaming. I'm recording this right now.
recording?
Yeah, I
Okay.
have some problems with my network, so I'm recording, and I will publish this right away after this.
Apparently, I'm having problems with my networks too, so I'm hoping that this stream is actually even working. But
We'll,
cool.
we'll see. Okay, thank you. So yeah, what do you think so far? I mean, this is
far,
second day.
Martin, I got to tell you, so far I am blown away. I mean, the whole experience has been fantastic. So thank you guys for bringing me out first and foremost. But the headsets, I'm telling you, I've never seen anything like this. It is the clarity, the sharpness. Guys, VR 2.0 is here. We are finally at second gen VR, and it's more exciting.
I totally agree with you. First of all, thank you so much for being here, helping us out as well. I mean, this is the guy making yeah, he's doing so much in our booth, and yeah, it's you and me here, like running this thing right now.
Exactly. I mean, we have been putting out fires, but you know what?
Yeah.
We're doing a good job, and we're blowing some minds here right now.
And also, we are a full team here. Also, we are 10 people here in total. It's Kevin, it's Robin, the CEO. Kevin is the COO. We have a lot of people, some people from China. From Shanghai office, we have some other people like my cameraman Carl over here, right next to next to the camera. We have some other employees from the United States as well here.
It's been a great team effort, man. I mean, everybody has really come together to get the show up and running, to get the equipment up and running. And like I said, I think we're blowing some minds.
Oh yeah, definitely. People are really blown away. It's not only individuals and enthusiasts, but also a lot of companies are here watching. I mean, companies are actually, Oculus has been here watching our stuff already.
They need to. I tell you what, we want these guys to see this stuff because we want that. We want the industry to grow as a whole. And you know, Pimax right now is spurring innovation. I mean, you know, the big guys, they all had a shot and they said, you know, we're going to play it safe. We're going to scale everything back. Pimax said, you know what, hold my beer, because we're not going to do that. We're going to literally go after the enthusiast market. We're going to give them the wide field of view. We're going to give them the high resolution. And now the big guys are starting to take notice. And so I think that's good for the whole industry.
Oh yeah, definitely. This is now becoming the standard for VR, I think. This is going to be the standard.
I think it is for quite a while. Quite a while.
Yeah, I mean, it's Pimax right now, and we also have Xtal over there, which also is here on at CES.
I am. I'm actually slated to see the Xtal today, as a matter of fact. So
oh, cool.
Gonna be very interesting to do a comparison. But you know, here's the thing: where Pimax is really doing it right, Martin, is they're capturing the consumer market. We've got the Xtal, we've got the Varjo. They're not for consumers. They are not something that a general average dude like me can just run down and buy to play games on.
Yeah.
So
I mean, some people even think the 8KX might be expensive. It's $12.99 US, including the new head strap. But I mean, this is the enthusiast market. We're trying to push down the prices as low as we can, and we are actually market leading when it comes to technology, balanced with the price.
Oh my God, and I got to tell you, I mean, I've been in this game for 25 years. I have tried just about every commercial headset out there for the last 25 years. This is a very good price for what you're going to get with the 8KX. I mean, for that premium experience, for that premium feel, the premium look of the headset, everything in this headset is premium, and to get that at under $1,500 is an amazing price.
I totally agree. That's true. That's true. So I'm going to get back to the presentation on the full booth.
Live stream. I'm going to get back to my live stream. But
thank you so much, Don.
See you later.
See you later. All right, so as I said before, sorry, I'm just dragging this out, but there's so much people here around, and Don, lovely VR gamer dude. I mean, I just had to do a short talk with him here. So, Boneworks on the second computer. It runs flawlessly with a native resolution 4K on a 2080 Ti. And we are not actually running the VRSS yet. We have not updated the drivers to the latest ones, which were actually released yesterday. So now, like 20 games or something are supporting the VRSS, which is super sampling for VR, which does not decrease the performance, at least not noticeably. And it's also it's supposed to be better than the usual MSA MSAA and those other TAA. So we're going to try that later. Actually, we cleaned up the booth a little bit here just for the recording. And yeah, actually those headsets are over here right now. As you can see, you can have a look at them. It's both 8KX with the modular audio strap. It's the standard version with the audio which is projected, positional projection of the sound down to your ears. I know some people might not like it. Some people want to, well, get rid of the sound around them and just feel the full immersion of VR. But this is actually perfect for people what like social. I mean, if you're there with a lot of people, you can still hear them around, and you can play your game. And the sound is actually pretty nice. I'm going to get back to that later. I'm going to do a video about the sound only, just like MRTV did later on. Anyway, so this is the first station. Carl, come on. Yes, let's see. The second station, before we even begin, let's go over here first. Here's MRTV, by the way. Check him out.
MRTV, yes. Wow,
Sebastian.
This setup looks so professional, way better than my little. Look at this. I have a phone here right now, and wow, they have like, wow, this unbelievable huge gimbal. Okay.
Well, I've worked on this, but I'm actually not live streaming
This
this
is
right now.
yours?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's mine. But I'm actually just recording it because my internet is just
not good
too
enough.
bad right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
so that's why I'm recording.
Wow, this is an amazing setup, man. How expensive is that?
It's not that bad. It's just it's just a Ronin SC gimbal, some wireless microphones. This is not the wireless one.
Okay, yeah.
Some power banks
I
driving
have
this
the
thing.
Wireless. This is really good.
Oh yeah.
Dude, this is so good. This is good. Oh my god, I love
Yeah,
it.
it's awesome. It's awesome.
Yeah.
These are awesome. It's just small.
It's not so expensive too.
Yeah.
$200.
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, this is a nice setup, but I'm not live streaming this.
Yeah,
Remember,
okay.
I'm going to put this.
But you could, right? If you
I could.
you
but
could live stream this.
Yes, but I have to connect the computer to
Yeah,
it also with
okay.
an HDMI cable and stuff.
What is this here?
External screen. I don't know why we're talking
Go
about
on.
this.
Yeah, you're right.
Let me know.
Soon on Survivor, you will see this awesome footage coming out of this amazing setup. Oh wow, this is next generation. Look, I'm here with my little phone here. I want this too.
Thanks,
It's
man.
like heavy to carry. You need to hire this guy in behind. Yeah.
Carl is a strong guy.
Carl, this
Okay.
cameraman. Yeah.
So, Sebastian,
Yes.
you have tried the 8KX. You have tried the 8K Plus. Have you tried the Artisan yet, or
Yes, yesterday. Yes.
and the 5K Super?
Yes, just now.
Oh, great. Okay, so let me know about the 8KX first.
Yeah, it's my favorite VR headset right now. So I can just tell you, this has like super amazing graphical fidelity, super nice comfort. I love it. The only thing, the audio, I told you, I don't like the audio so much. I think have to wait for the deluxe audio strap probably, or get your own headphones. But other than that, this is a winner.
Yeah,
This is
the-
a total winner.
The audio is loud, but it's lacking the bass, I think.
Yeah, exactly. The sound quality is not good enough.
Yeah, I agree actually. So people who are more picky with the sound, I would
Yeah.
say go for the deluxe version, which is
Yeah.
$99 extra. You get over-ear headphones.
I think everyone should go for it because you have such a nice headset. Everything is perfect. Then you don't want to have this cheap sound.
Yeah, so
Yeah, let's say, yeah, it's just what I think.
Thanks. It's very good that you're
Yeah,
telling me.
yeah.
People, I mean, Pimax needs this.
Yes, the feedback, the
feedback.
honest feedback, yeah.
Yeah, they are actually still working on the positional audio, so there
Okay,
will be some
okay.
improvements.
Okay, good.
But
Mhm.
I think the bass, to get the real
Yes,
bass,
you need it.
you need something
You have
better.
such a nice headset, you want to have better sound.
Of course, we'll try to make our best. So
Yeah.
how about the image quality? I mean, how about screen door effect, for example?
No screen door effect. I think this is like really a headset that you want to play your games with. I didn't want to stop to play with it. It's just like it looks so good. It's just like, yeah, you want to have this headset.
And the distortion profile, what do you think about it?
It's way better. The Pimax guys have done such a good job on changing it up. And I asked you before how Pimax did it, and it's because of you got the smaller screens and you did the profile.
Yes, the screens are half an inch smaller, so it's 5 inches now. So we had to redo the distortion profile completely from the beginning.
Much better. It's way better. So I don't think that when people now try this for the first time, they will say, "Oh, what's the matter with the distortion?" I don't think they will even think about it. Before, on the first models, people put it on, they will say, "Oh yeah, I see the distortion." The first thing. But now they will say like, "Oh wow, I'm in virtual reality. I'm in this amazing place right now." So yeah, it's a big difference. It's like, yeah guys, You can really look forward to the 8KX and also, actually also to the other models. They also have less distortion.
Yeah, tell me
Right.
more. Tell me more about these models. 8K Plus, for example.
8K Plus, yeah, also really good. In my opinion, they don't need to sell this model. You know, that's my opinion.
I know.
Yeah, I really think like they should get, everyone should get the 8KX, right? It's the $300 difference, but I think it's an investment in the future.
I agree.
Because you want to have that 4K resolution on the both eyes. So why would you now save this $300 and then in 1 year you'll be super unhappy? Everyone has the 4K displays and you can run it way better. Even now you can run it perfectly, right? I think so. 8K Plus is nice, but don't buy it.
I would say there is one reason specifically for the 8K Plus, and that is wireless. We're currently working on a wireless device for the 5K Plus, for the 5K Super, and the 8K Plus.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
With the 8KX, it's still not possible, and at least not in the native mode. So that would be the reason.
Right. But with the 8KX, it also has the 8K Plus mode.
Sure, that's
then,
for sure.
And then you can still use the wireless model.
Of course,
yeah.
it has
8KX.
it has a built-in scaler, the 8KX, just like the 8K Plus. But we can switch it on and switch it off in the Pi tool, in the software, like in 3 seconds or so. And once you switch it on, it turns into a 8K Plus. But it also has 120 hertz, while the 8K Plus only has 110 hertz as maximum.
Okay, then I would go for the 8KX.
Yeah, another reason.
I think we're on the same page here. People should get the 8KX.
Yeah, I would say the same. I'm an enthusiast. I love the 8KX. It's really amazing.
Actually, if you think about it, $1,300 is really not expensive in the grand scheme of things, right? Of course, $1,300 is like a lot of money for normal people like us, right? But for what you get, this is actually a cheap price. If you compare it to X-Style, 7,000 euros, if you compare it to Vario, and then in the end, the Pimax still has an edge over these headsets for lots of reasons. $1,300 is really, really an amazing price. So I just hope that Pimax can really send them out. And as you know, of course, improve the customer service. I talked with Robin yesterday. He said there's going to be some things changing, hopefully.
There will be. I cannot tell you too much about it yet, but all right. So Artisan. Tell me about Artisan.
Yep, I was surprised yesterday. I was really surprised to try the Artisan. I didn't expect so much. In my imagination, it was like worse than the 5K Plus. That's what I thought, because it's cheaper than the 5K Plus, right? And so I didn't come with very high expectations. And then I tried it, and I was really surprised at how good it is. So I couldn't see a difference in terms of the visual quality. Actually, I even thought it looked better than my 5K Plus at home.
I gotta agree, actually.
Yeah, it looks better than the.
I don't know why, but
it's better than the 5K Plus. Yeah. Probably because the field of view is a bit slow, bit less big, yeah. Anyways, that looked better. I also thought the colors looked better on the Artisan. The blacks and the colors were more popping in general. So yeah, it's better than the 5K Plus. So I was surprised. And
interesting.
So in my opinion, the Artisan is an amazing entry-level device to get into the wide field of view range. Yeah. And just to let everyone know, I'm not paid by Pimax to say this. This is like really my opinion. These are good headsets, and the Artisan is an amazing headset, especially for that price. This is like a good headset. So if you have an HTC Vive at home or Vive Pro and you want to get into a wide field of view, that's a good option.
Tell me.
I didn't have the chance to try the Nolo together with the Artisan. I tried the Nolo itself at the Nolo booth. It's good. It's not as good as Lighthouse, but it's workable.
We'll get you one, and also we will set up one here later on.
That would be so
Maybe
nice.
Today or tomorrow. We'll see.
Tomorrow I'm gone, so
oh, really?
You should do it today.
Okay, we'll do it today, later today. I'll make sure it's done today. Here's Kevin, by the way, the CEO of Pimax. Welcome, Kevin.
Hey, how you doing? I was just mentioning that Robin says that you may have to remove the lighthouses to do them at the same time.
Yeah, we can just do
Just block them and then.
I'm sure you guys have a solution for that.
Yeah, definitely.
That would be amazing if you can set up today, so I can still show the people.
We'll do our best. We'll do our best.
The Artisan, you know, is surprisingly good.
Surprisingly good. Like, yeah, okay. Why sell the 5K Plus anymore? Yeah, right. I mean, like, yeah, why?
the same upgrade past the 5K path that the 5K Plus has anyway. So you basically get the same thing almost.
Well, you get a little bit wider field of view with the
That's
5K
true.
Plus.
With
You have the
5K
large field
Plus,
of view.
it's out, you know, into this zone.
5K Plus, you still have the problem of the distortions. Bit more.
There is a little bit more distortion. Yeah, indeed,
Between people and what you're and the different software that you use with it. But yes,
Yeah, there's still more on the 5K Plus, so don't go for the 5K Plus. This is my recommendation. Go for the Artisan.
how low the distortions were on the 8K Plus, right, and the 8KX. You saw how much we've done with that.
Yeah, I liked it. I like what you've done.
You know, the new panel size and the new panel types, and
Yeah, I was surprised that the smaller panel will make for a better distortion profile.
indeed it does.
Yes, indeed,
It does.
indeed.
The calculations are much simpler.
So make them even smaller than panels. Yeah, but then you don't get the wide FOV anymore.
There's a limit. But clearly, we've come a long way with that.
Yeah, of course, we're not
Even
making
on
the
the 5K
panels.
Plus.
Yeah, and we're not making the panels ourselves either. We're buying them. Of course, we have partners for that. So yeah,
Many
it's all up
partners.
to them.
You know, the key is to have something you can really sell. They can't just say, "Hey, we got this sample and we got 10 of them." It's got to be, "Hey, we got 1,000 of them, 10,000 of them." So, and it has to be the right price and to be realistic. So, we have many technologies that we're looking at, but it has to be viable.
So enough about Artisan now. I'm going to get back in deep to the Artisan later. How about the 5K Super?
Okay. Yeah. Like I must honestly tell you, I don't see a big difference between like 120 hertz and 180 hertz. I tried 160 hertz, I think.
160 hertz is the normal field of view, which is basically the 5K Plus field of view, but with 160 hertz.
This is very nice, but me personally, I wouldn't pay like double the price of the Artisan to go from 120 hertz that the Artisan can do to 160 or 180 hertz. So in my opinion, like, for me, it's nothing that I would pay extra for, but probably there are some people who want to have 160 hertz.
And let me,
Not me.
yeah, let me just,
You get the comfort kit. You get the new housing.
the RE housing, yes, there are
You get the new
advantages.
material and the comfort. You get the audio jacks on both sides and a whole lot of all new electronics. It's not.
I get it, but I don't want it.
About the audio jacks on each side, there's going to be a version of the Mass which only needs one jack, of course, for all the people within 5K Plus or in a 5K XR, the old 8K, and even the first models of the 8K Plus had just one jack.
One thing to mention as well that maybe we should throw out there is that we actually have a different version of the pad that has some ridges that block out the glasses. So that if you're wearing glasses, it has the ridges come all the way out to the edge. There's a little ridge along the side that blocks the light. So if you do have a problem where light can come in the side, we actually have thought of that.
Yeah, and I'm going to show a few other different pads. We have PU leather, brown and black. We have like different fabrics. So there's a lot of versions of it. We can do like an unlimited versions of these.
Right.
Also, I mean, if the community can help us out with just giving us some feedback, yeah. So yeah, that's all about the Mass for now. Oh yeah, okay, thank you, Kevin. See you later.
Bye bye.
Bye. So let's get back to 5K Super. We're talking about that. I need to mention this. It's very important. This is true 160 and true 180 hertz. It's not Brain Warp 2.0 or 3.0 or whatever. It's not emulated. It's not interpolated or something.
Okay.
It's real 160 and 180 hertz.
It was smooth. It was smooth, no question. When I played Fruit Ninja.
Yeah. Fruit Ninja, really?
Pimax Fruit Ninja, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so of course it's smooth. It's smooth. But then I played Pistol Whip, and then it was stuttery. The computer couldn't hold up with this high frame rate.
Oh yeah. That's a problem, of course. I mean, the frame
You
rate.
have to have the computer to support it.
Yeah, I mean, especially if you want to play in 180 hertz, you have to run the game in 180 frames per second, which is quite a lot for VR, especially
exactly.
for dual screens and everything.
Exactly.
So yeah. So personally, I would say I don't need 160 hertz. I don't need 180 hertz or something like that. I don't even need 120 actually, to be honest.
Yeah,
I'm really
so,
fine with
so
100.
you and me, we're not going to buy the Super.
Well, it's nice to have, but on the other hand, I'm going to stick with the 8KX probably.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, exactly. So 8KX is it.
Yeah, but on the other hand, there are people actually buying 240 hertz monitors.
I know. For some people, they might like it.
Yeah, they're
it's
gonna love it probably.
Yeah,
gamers.
exactly. Yeah.
If you play a lot of Pavlov, Onward,
so-
those shooters, fast shooters, if you turn around like this,
So
it's,
I don't want to say it is bad. It's just that for me, I don't need it. Some other people might love it. Yeah.
yeah. And Pavlov, for example, is a game that you probably can run in 160 hertz if you just tone down some of the settings, especially. It's not that as heavy game, so it's probably, we have not tested it here. Maybe we will later on, just to try it out.
Right. Right.
So yeah, I mean, a general impression of the Pimax booth. What do
Yeah,
you think?
it's cool. It's really a nice booth and lots of stations where you can go to. And I think, yeah, you have done a great work on setting it up.
Thank you so much.
Really?
We've done a great job, all of us, like 10 people over
Yeah,
here.
okay, great.
We have VR Gamer Dude here as well. I mean, the YouTuber.
Yeah, I met him yesterday. Very nice guy.
Yeah, I love this guy. You have to subscribe to VR Gamer Dude. He's a great guy. He's also streaming and recording a lot
to
here from
Sweetviver.
CES. And to Sweetviver.
Probably is this running on the Sweetviver channel? Or
Yes, it's going to be uploaded in a second. And this is
okay.
MRTV Sebastian.
It's a very, very good channel.
Subscribe to MRTV. This guy, he's getting big now.
I know.
Are you like 30,000 subscribers now?
Not
Oh
really,
man,
yeah.
almost.
Just in front of me.
Oh man, congratulations to
Thanks, man.
30,000 man.
Thanks, man. It's good. It's tough work, but it's you know how hard it is. But it's I love this. I love this.
Yeah. Me too, me too. Thanks,
Yeah,
man. Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you so much for joining. And I'm gonna catch you later
Yeah,
with the 5K Super Artisan with Nolo and stuff.
I'll try the controllers now.
Oh,
Yeah.
the gloves, right? No.
Yes. And also the sword controllers.
Oh, the sword controllers. Yeah, we have prototypes of the sword controllers.
The prototypes.
Yeah, they're still prototypes. We're not really showcasing them here because I think it's too early. They still look like prototypes. They do not have the tool.
Turn on MRTV and you're going to see them very soon live.
Look at this guy's channel.
I'm on the money. On the money here.
I love this guy. All right, thank you so much, Sebastian. See you later.
See you later.
All right, guys, come join me. We can go over here. This is the booth number 2 or the station number 2, which has Assetto Corsa today. Yesterday we ran other games here like Boneworks. Today we're running Assetto Corsa here on the 8KX as well. Full frame rate. It's 75 hertz, full frame rate, native 4K mode per eye. We're running PyTool at 1.25, which is higher than normal. SteamVR super sampling at 100% and a large field of view, which is the largest field of view, 170 degrees of horizontal field of view. And it's running super smooth, 75 hertz. And Derek over here from Pimax is helping out here, set it up. Derek, have you tried this yet? You've just been starting working here, I know, but have you tried it in the, in game?
Yes, I tried it, but the game is kind of stuck here.
Oh, it's getting stuck here. We're going to do some changes here in a second. Yeah, so let me talk a little bit more about the 8KX with simulators, especially with racing simulators. It's actually a blast, not only because the sharpness now, the clarity, you can see things on distance, at distance, you can really distinguish the cars, the tracks on far distance, and that makes a huge difference. Also combined with a large field of view of Pimax, any of the Pimax headsets by the way, but we are able to run the 8KX with a large field of view without any problem. Yes, it's a 2080 Ti graphic card with an Intel i7 processor, so it's a powerful PC. But if you have a lower spec PC, you can turn it down to normal field of view or something, and it's going to run just fine on your computer as well. I even got it running on 1070 laptop, fully smooth, in 75 hertz on the 8KX. So yeah, I would like to ask you a few questions. What do you think about the experience so far?
It's a little hard to control, but it's very clear.
How
Yeah.
about the image quality?
Yeah, it's good.
What about the field of view?
I love this. I love this racing.
Do you see any screen door effect, like pixels in the screen or something?
No, I didn't see the screen.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I'm going to run, enjoy the game, and I'm going to run to the next booth. All right. I don't want to disturb her. I mean, he's totally into it. So, the next station over here, which Kevin is standing in, is the 5K Super right now, isn't it?
We have a new material here.
Yeah, you can tell a little bit about it, Kevin.
Oh, I was talking to this fellow here, but we can talk about it. So here we have, is this a 5K Super? Okay, this is a 5K Super. This is a Vision series, which has a new housing. It's got a new comfort kit, and it has new material for the comfort kit, and a new articulating head cradle, and it has a much easier way to attach and to fit to your head. And of course, we've been talking about this a while, but it now has audio jacks on both sides, stereo audio jacks on both sides, and integrated audio above the ear audio, which you can also drop it down and have below the ear audio. On top of that, we've upgraded the headset literally from top to bottom. Almost every aspect of it, from refresh rate to the visual quality, as you've seen, is far better than what we've shown. Compared to CES last year, it's a it's literally, we have come a great distance in improving the comfort, the quality, the drivers, the software, how automatic everything is, the refresh rate. Really, I think most people agree the entire experience has been reinvented.
Yeah, especially the high refresh rate. I mean, we're talking about 160 hertz, 160 hertz in the normal field of view, which is like 150 degrees horizontally, and you can run it even at 180 hertz with a smaller field of view, which is still higher than or wider than the valve index. So I mean, it's quite impressive technology, actually, quite impressive panels.
Yeah, not only that, we've come a long way with optimizing the panels and optimizing the usage of the panels, using a higher percentage of the data in the panel to give you even more resolution.
Indeed.
If you take a 5K plus to an 8K plus, it's not just having 4K per eye compressed from 2560 by 1440. You actually have higher resolution because we're using more of the panel. It's higher contrast panels, better blacks. It's across the board a superior experience. When you do an A/B, as I know Martin has, you're talking a night and day difference. So
I agree.
that's why I encourage people, anybody who's around here should come check these out while we're here at CES. And of course, we're going to be bringing them around and letting people check them out in other places too in the coming days. So
absolutely, we are going to do a small road show in the United States.
Correct. We're trying to figure out when and where of those, some of the details.
Most likely Florida and New York are set already.
Yeah.
Florida,
New York are the two that we think will be the two that we do. It'll be the Florida one will be in the Orlando area. New York will be in the New York City area. We've got to find a venue there, but those are the two we're looking at now.
And we're going to announce this on the forums, the Pimax forums, on the
Correct.
Open MR forums, which is called now.
Correct.
And also, I think I'm going to do a video about this later on.
Yeah, and hopefully, if you couldn't come to CES, you still will have the chance to check it out for yourself. Nothing beats putting it on and checking it out for yourself, because clearly, listening to people talk about it is fun, but actually trying it yourself is big. So we would encourage you to do that if you can make it to one of the other locations.
Yeah, I mean, here at CES, we not only have enthusiasts and people new to VR and people experienced with VR, but we also have a lot of companies. We have military companies, we have pilots, we have medical, people, we have doctors, we have so much different companies. We actually had Oculus over here checking our gear out. We have so much people, and all of them are like super impressed about this gear. So yeah, this is amazing, I think.
What's amazing is just how different this is than what we had at CES a year ago. At the time, we were just barely cranking out headsets to try to get everybody their headsets, and and look at how much improvement that we've made. And not only that, we've been pushing out drivers and updates and firmware to people that already have their headsets. So not only do people who get the new ones get the benefit of all of that, but people that already have them are getting the benefit of higher refresh rates,
Of course.
control of the blacks, control of IPD and the software, and dozens of other features that have been added in the last year. Just think about how many things that people have requested that are now in there.
Oh yeah, we're listening to the community. We're really listening to every single person, and here are the results. And we're not done. We're not finished. We're going to improve the things. We're going to improve the headsets. Oh, I mean, we're going to improve the comfort. We're going to improve everything, of course.
Not only that, but we have a list. I mean, of course, this man right here is a big piece of where the list comes from. But he listens to you guys, and he says, "Hey, this is what it needs to be." He says, "Hey, you need to get this feature in there because, hey, it's important. Everybody's asking for it." So clearly we have a giant list of things we want to add, and we are adding, and in the coming months you're going to see the fruits of that. So we're really excited.
Awesome, sounds awesome, guys. So we're going to continue here, walking around, see the station. Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think it's lunch break here at CES. A lot of people are actually just like running to the lunch place. It's around 12 o'clock, I think. And let's go to the next station. Over here we have another 8KX running arena game, which is actually pretty cool. I just had to cheat a little bit. I totally forgot about the name of this game. The game is called Hell's Pit Arena. Super cool, nice looking game. You have to try it. It's on the 8KX. It's so crisp. It's so lovely looking. And I'm actually going to ask if I'm able to. Can you answer a few questions while you're playing? Are you okay with that?
Yup, yup.
Okay. What do you think about the 8KX and the game itself?
It's just like sounds so like visually clear, and it's like moves so smoothly. So I think it's so great.
Do you see any pixels or like a screen door effect or something?
The pixel?
Yeah. Do you see any pixel pattern or something in the image?
No. I didn't see this. It is so super clear and smooth. Yep.
How about the field of view? If you look to the sides, at the edges, like for left or right, do you feel any distortion or something? Like it's something wrong with the image or so?
No, it's all super clear and no distortion.
Awesome. And how about the brightness? Is it bright enough, the displays?
No, it's like I think like brightly is super, yeah, just well fitted, and I think it's great.
Do you think the refresh rate is enough? Do you think is it lagging anyway? I mean, this headset is running in 75 hertz compared to many other headsets which are 90 hertz. And there's a reason for that because we're using native 4K panels, which actually maxes out the bandwidth of the DisplayPort connection. But do you feel 75 hertz is enough for VR?
Yeah, I think it is enough. Very good. It is enough for playing a game, and for like this resolution, I think it's okay.
Thank you so much. What's your name, by the way?
My name is John.
Thank you so much, John. Enjoy the game.
Thank you.
All right, guys. I have a cable here, so I'm trying to get around here. If we could just go back a little bit, I want to show you the booth from the other front side, the second front side, I would say. See here the big Pimax logos. It's actually a nice booth we have here this year. There's a lot of people in the front right now. And we are gonna check out, let's see, they're actually not running any hand tracking demo right now, which we did yesterday, but we're gonna set up that later. So let's just see if we can find some people who have tried. Oh, by the way, we have gloves here. Let's check them out. We have a partner here showing off gloves in our booth. And have a look at this. Yes.
Hi.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I watch your YouTube videos.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
It's really nice to meet you in person.
Thank you. So how are the gloves? What do you think about them?
I think they work quite good. Some feelings are more sophisticated than others. For example, when you hold something in your hands, you got the feeling that you have something. You have to lose a little bit your hand in order to get this feeling. So now I'm feeling the water in my hand. And before this, we were testing. Can you put the heart? Yeah. Oh, yeah. So here, especially when I close my eyes, I'm getting actually the feeling they have something in my hand.
Wow, that's so cool.
That's so good. Yeah.
I'm going to tell you more about these gloves later. I'm going to go more in deep into them, the name of them and everything. I don't want to mix up too much right now. Thank you so much.
Welcome. Thank you.
And I'll get back to you later.
Sure, sure.
Thank you. Yes, so this is our booth. Once again, I think I told you that like 10 times now. Inside here, we're supposed to have 2 stations. We have one running right now, I think. And well, maybe not. We're still elaborating and changing stuff. We have so much things to show here. We have hand tracking, we have eye tracking. The hand tracking is the Ultra Leap hand tracking. It's the latest version with the new housing we got. It's already actually more or less finished. I do not know the exact release date, but we'll see about that. And I'm going to demo this later, probably maybe tomorrow or something in a video. And I'm going to show it off. Also, the 7-in-1 eye tracking is going to be shown here. We're still working on this right now. We showed it a little bit yesterday, but we're going to change that. I mean, we're going to change the setup a little bit to another PC and so. So, yes, guys, let me just see if we can get some more impressions. Let's get over here once again. On this side, oh, by the way, we can go around here. CES is so crowded, but now is a good time. Oh, here are we have some screens over here showing some of the things, some of the videos, some true lens comparisons. So people who are actually not testing right now, they can actually, yeah, just get some information about our headsets. And yeah, let me just ask the guys. Hi there. Hi, I see our crew just left for a second here.
We're looking for somebody.
Have you tried the 8KX yet?
No, I just did.
You just did?
Uh-huh.
Okay, what do you feel about it?
It's a big screen, it's a good refresh rate, and it gave a good feeling of being there. So, yeah.
How about the resolution? And I mean, do you see any screen door effect or so?
A little bit of screen door, but I think that's kind of a given, but the resolution was very high. Very high.
I mean, compared to the Valve Index, for example.
It's a higher resolution. It is, yeah.
Do you feel that the 75 Hertz could be a problem? I mean, it's 75 Hertz and not 90 in the native mode of the 8KX.
90, but that actually felt good. It felt pretty good. But I like 90 better. Yeah.
Well, that might happen. We're trying to work on the 90 Hertz mode on the 8KX, but right now it's 75. If you turn on the upscaler on the 8KX, it turns into an upscale mode, and then you can run it in up to 120 Hertz actually, just like the Artisan over there.
Each eye?
Each eye, yeah. And it's the same screen door effect, of course, because it's the same panels, but the resolution of the rendered image will be lower then.
Huh. Okay.
We might demo this later on, because we have the upscaler mode working, so we can try it later on and show you.
I'd like to see that. 120 frames, yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So, guys, I don't want to make this first video too long here from CES 2020 at the Pimax booth. I have one more thing here, which I'm not sure if I even mentioned. We have a Pimax 8KX at the Yaw VR booth, which is not far away from here. It's basically like 100 meters from here. It's the same South Hall one. We have an 8KX actually only with an HTC Vive strap, because we don't have the masses enough. We have like 6 mass straps here today on this show, and we're using basically all of them here. So they're using just a normal deluxe audio strap, but it's an 8KX. It's running in a full resolution. It's running in 75 Hertz, fully smooth, and it's also running on a GTX 1070 graphic card at the Yaw VR booth. So check it out. The Yaw VR simulator is super cool. I promise. I'm going to buy one actually, so I'm going to have it on SweViver on my channel. I'm going to do some cool videos about the Yaw VR. So yeah, guys, I'm going to be back later. I'm sorry I could not stream this. Maybe I can do some live stream later on. The network here is just terrible, so I had to do this by recording it. I'm going to record this, upload this now, and I hope you're going to enjoy it. And I'm going to follow up with more in-depth videos and more impressions from people, what they feel about the 8KX, the 8K Plus, the hand tracking, eye tracking, Artisan, 5K Super, and so much more other things. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you to Carl, or Kalle Simano, my cameraman. He's actually working for Swedish television. Yep. See you later, guys. Cheers.